It's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First play, first pass for Brady. And his first look is incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Brady. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over man is Miller. He's got it. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down.
Hey, 66.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. To throw is Brady. On the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's Miller, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's White. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Again, it's Brady. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs.
Cover!
Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's going to go down again. Marquise Bell. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. 4th down, so Jake Camardo is out there. This is fielded at the 7. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A Cowboy 1st down there. Prescott to Gallup. They'll look to throw here. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Running the jet sweep as Prescott backs it forward. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. A lot of hype, of course, going into this one with the Cowboys and the Bucs. They met last year in the season opener. Remember, that was the night they raised the banner in Tampa. It was also Dak Prescott's comeback game, and the Bucs wound up winning 31-29 on a late Ryan Succop field goal. Really good game that was. But these two teams were also the two best offenses in the NFL last year. The Cowboys gaining 18 more yards over the course of the season than the number 2 Bucs. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score. And they're going to get to him. That is going to be a safety. Tom Brady taken down to the end zone.
Partner, you got to check this out because while they rightly congregate around the guy who just made the play on field, take a look at the sideline because they all went over to congratulate their punter because they remember it was his kick that set them up so close to the end zone and gave them an opportunity to get the safety that we just saw to add to their lead. That's teamwork right there. Full complementary football, and they got it done.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd and 2, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Prescott now from the 50. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because He really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and the Bucs will take over possession here up at the 44. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's White. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Brady now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Succop's kick is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Prescott looks to throw on first. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's got room at the 30. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big pickup of 38.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And the Cowboys have got a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 70. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Morrow, and good. And the lead now stands at 14. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught inside the 5. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half.
Check it.
The final shot before half for Brady. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? The final shot before break. Brady. The quick slant caught. Touchdown. Mike Evans. As time expires in the first half. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Big decision there. They say forget the field goal and go for it, and it pays off.
I wonder who was in the ear of the head coach on this one. Did he make this call on his own? Or maybe the analytics coach got involved. And a lot of times you talk about that all week before the game. Hey, if we're in certain situations, analytics actually says do it this way, which might be against the norm. And it paid off for them in a really nice way.
Cashing in there on the final play of the first half. Extra point put through by Suckup, and the lead will shrink to 6. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete there to Beckham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
First down for Odell Beckham Jr. We can finally say it, partner. OBJ got his ring. Really fit in with the Rams once he got there and was invaluable in leading them to a Super Bowl victory. Suffered a knee injury in that game, but he's back and ready for an encore in 2022.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. From 17 yards out. And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, we keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Left side to Lamb. Finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, normally the first thing most fans think of with Odell Beckham are the one-handed catches, right? But he's also pretty darn good, Charles, with the ball already in his hands.
And I got a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you can tell early in this play, he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. And his throw here is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Brady now to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
On 2nd and 10. Brady looking left side and has got him in. That's White. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now Brady. Eluding the... And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. Terrell Basham. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady escaping the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott caught left side. It's Beckham. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well. Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame him? And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Brady gets the check down throw to right. Finding space at the 40. Down the left sideline. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
On the left side, a catch by White. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Sugar! Regular!
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady. It's his target. It's White again. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Rashad White with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll be out right at the 35. 86 yards rushing for him now here in Week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Running wide side, Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Fighting to the ball carrier there was Carlton Davis, and he finishes that play off.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2nd and 14.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. They find some open field here. And he'll go down at the 28. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing, Prescott. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll run it with Elliott. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady dancing to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way,
it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way back to the right.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that will be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now Brady got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. And they will take a knee here. Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1